soap, scrubs, TikTok, Grubhub, Twinks, Jocks, Bears, Cubs. Zoom is the new club. 6 feet, no hugs. Still beat these mugs. Sick beat, cut a rug. Joe Exotic is a bug. Kitty cat, tell me Carol Baskin. Where is the husband? Everyone's asking. Stimulus check, everybody better cash in. Mask and gloves, yeah, that's the new fashion. Girl, what did that girl just say, girl? Girl, I don't go to work. I don't leave, I stay. I don't care, I eat and sleep all day. And then I watch TV. That's just the tea, hunty. But till they set us free, then I'ma let you see. What you gonna let them see? My mask, gloves, soap, scrubs. Mask, gloves, soap, scrubs. Mask, gloves, soap, scrubs. Mask, gloves, soap, scrubs.
My mask, gloves, soap, scrubs. Mask, gloves, soap, scrubs. Mask, gloves, soap, scrubs. Mask, gloves, soap, scrubs.
No school, gym closed. Don't touch these clothes. Need food, this blows. Line at Trader Joe's. At home, gym, fish. Don't come close. Just wave, blow a kiss. Mask for mask, sis. Left, right, swiping on Tinder. What was life like? I can't remember. Needing my haircut, somebody shave her. Where is all of the toilet paper? Girl, what did that girl just say, girl? Girl, I don't go to work. I don't leave, I stay. I don't care, I eat and sleep all day. And then I watch TV. That's just the tea, hunty. Until they set us free, then I'ma let you see. What you gonna let them see? My mask, gloves, soap, scrubs. Mask, gloves, soap, scrubs. Mask, gloves, soap, scrubs. Mask, gloves, soap, scrubs.
My mask, gloves, soap, scrubs. Mask, gloves, soap, scrubs. Mask, gloves, soap, scrubs. Mask, gloves, soap, scrubs.
Okay, dolls, y'all know what time it is. Come on, stay inside and lock the door. Stay inside and lock the door. Now I want you to grab that sponge, grab that broom, get your shout, get your bleach. Cause I know you want to dance, but it's time to clean that dirt. Come on, mop for me, 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 mop. Tongue pop for me, pop for me. 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 Now spray for me, 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 spray. Stay away from me, away from me, away from me, away from me, away. Stay away from me, away from me, away from me, away from me, away. Now sweet for me, 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 sweet. Now sleep for me, 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 sleep. Fold close for me, close for me, close for me, close for me, close. Fold close for me, close for me, close for me, close for me, close. Hit the wall for me, the wall for me, the wall for me, the wall for me, the wall. Hit the wall for me, the wall for me, the wall for me, the wall for me, the wall. Now squirt for me, 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 squirt. Now twerk for me, 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 twerk for me. Hands on your knees for me, your knees for me, your knees for me, your knees for me. Hands on your knees for me, your knees for me, your knees for me, your knees for me, your knees. Fabrice for me, 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 Fabrice. That's all.
Oh, good evening. It's me, Etta Buffet with Talk Time. And this evening, I've got the lovely, the fabulous, the gorgeous Opal Fruits.
Hi, babe.
Hello, love. How have we been?
Oh, do you know what? I'm good. I'm actually, I'm enjoying lockdown.
You are enjoying lockdown, are you?
Yeah, I hate people, see? It's easy. I'm seeing anyone.
You hate people.
Oh, I'm just joking. I like people, but I like my own company, so it's been lovely.
Oh, so you have actually been enjoying it then?
I have been doing lots of different things. I've gone through about 24,000 bottles of vodka, but apart from that, it's lovely.
I think everyone seems to be drinking these days, like home. Chin chin as well. Where are we? There we go. Chin chin.
Oh, hang on. I went to Tesco's today to buy some vodka, and in the Tesco's by me, they don't have Smirnoff on the shelf. They have like empty Pringles tubes with a Smirnoff picture on it, and you've got to take it to the customer service desk and buy it from there.
Okay.
It's by all accounts, lots of thieves in Canton, but who knows? So I went today, and the cupboard was empty. I drunk them out of vodka in the cupboard.
Oh,
Yeah, the poor lady had to run upstairs to get some new vodka for me.
oh, bless it.
Oh,
dear. So we're going to have a little talk time with you, find out a little bit about you, Opal Fruits, and what you've been doing and where you've come from. And it's just really to get the audience as well to know a little bit about you as well.
Lovely.
So, Opal Fruits, how long have you been doing drag yourself?
So I've been doing drag for, I think it's about 6 years now. I started off, Mary Gold put me into drag originally.
Oh.
Me and Mary were working over in the Kings with Gordon, and Mary and Gordon started doing their old lady bingo, and Gordon wanted a hostess to be there as well, so when people come in they'd show you to your seat, that type of thing, go around with the buffet. So yes, they put me into old granny drag. And that's how it started. Originally I was called Mabel, and she was ever so able.
Mabel Able.
Yeah,
I love it.
So after about a year and a half of doing that, then Opal was born, and then I got given my own nights and things, which was really fascinating.
Fab. And was you working at Minsky's at that time, or was you?
No, so I was working at Minsky's as bar staff prior, and then I left Minsky's to go to work, to go and work in Pulse and Kings as a DJ. That's how I started, and then. After then, Opal was born, and me and Andy had conversations and asked if I wanted to go back to Minsky's. And I thought it was the best fit for me, my type of drag, what I do, and I really enjoy chatting to people and hosting. So I thought, let's go back to Minsky's and bring Opal to Minsky's, and I was there for 3 years doing Opal.
Fab.
Yeah.
So Opal was born. Now, do you do shows, or is it just more DJing and a bit of banter? And
I've done one show so far in the King's Arms, Swansea. In my head, it was amazing. I was slightly pissed, mind. Are we allowed to swear on this?
Well, if there's anyone under 18, then I wonder want to know why they're not in bed, to be honest. But yeah, you carry on, love.
Lovely. Well, just in case, because you know me, I like an F-bomb. So
it's all right, Amy, love. I swear like a trooper sometimes. So,
what was the question?
Have you done any shows? And you said that you was in Kings in Swansea.
Yeah, so I did a show in Kings in Swansea. I thought it was really good, and I tried to make a joke out of it because I'm really bad at remembering lyrics for songs.
Oh, same with you, darling. Same.
They just will not stay in my head. But put a song on the radio and I can sing along to it, no problem. Stick me on a stage, no words at all. So I made a joke out of it, and I got someone to Google the lyrics to one of the songs and stand at the front of the stage with a phone, holding the phone, so I could read it like a karaoke. By all accounts, it wasn't very impressive of a drag artiste that was coming on to a stage and they were reading lyrics off a screen. I thought it was hilarious. So I haven't done that. But then I started hosting in Walkabout Swansea. They were trying to do a gay night on a Monday night.
Okay.
So I started hosting that. So it was basically students and stuff coming in, and we were just basically playing games, just basically getting people naked, giving away cash. But
my cup of tea.
Oh no, they were all lesbians that were playing. There was only one fit boy ever played.
Oh, I'm not funny, but anything will do these days, love, anything.
Well, there is that. I was walking around B&Q yesterday. This is a true story. Walking around B&Q, went into the builder's yard. I thought it was very butch for me. Went into the builder's yard and picked up some 2x1 batten because I'm trying to build something for the house. So picked it up. My dad was carrying it. And as we were walking through B&Q, I stopped to look at something. And he accidentally went to the back of me with this 2x1 batten. I thought, oh, fuck me, it's Christmas. Oh, it was lovely.
I nearly crashed the car today. I was driving along and these two builders got out of their lorry and they pulled over the side and I had to go round them, and they got out there, no top on, no top. They got out. Oh, I nearly crashed the car into the co-op. I was like that.
Been a Waitrose.
So you've done a little bit of a show then. So that's fabulous. So what with Oprah? How would you like to see Oprah develop now?
To be honest, I'm happy doing what I'm doing currently. Everyone keeps saying, obviously, Minsky's closed just during lockdown. It's not going to be open until a new venue is found. So people were asking, what do you want to do with Opal? And I said, I don't know, because at the moment, there's like, I can't see where Opal would fit in anywhere on the scene, because like you've got all the WoW queens that are currently in WoW. And obviously, what's happening with WoW currently, there's no room for anyone else. Mary's have got all their queens, so there's no really room there. The Golden have got all their queens. There's not really any room. So until sort of somewhere else opens for me to go, I've just been, during lockdown, I've been hosting online bingo on a Wednesday, and it's going actually quite well. We're having about 30 odd people playing every week. And so far during lockdown, we've given away just over £1,000 in tax-free cash, which I find quite amazing for me, sat in my living room, hosting some bingo with a machine, and I've given away £1,000. So I've been doing that. So I'm looking to see now what goes on with what happens when all pubs can reopen, etc. If I can build a show, I would like to, but I'm not sure. Like, I've spoken to like some of the drags, because there was talk about at one point me and Dixie Normus doing the OD, so it'd be the Opal and Dixie show.
Well, that sounds good.
Yeah, so we're still in talks about doing something like that, because Dixie's got a phenomenal voice, and she can remember the words, and I can't sing and can't remember the words. So it's like a partner. It's like a match made in heaven.
See, there you go. You see, so you've got something sorted already that you could, possibly do in the future. And with the situation, obviously Minsk is closed down, and now WoW has, and it just gives that little bit of hope that something will happen in the future. I think in this current situation, things may be a little bit different, and I do think that live shows for a while will continue, even on Facebook, when some of the pubs open.
I think that's right, because you've got, at the moment, obviously in England, they've gone to 1 meter. With 1 meter, you still can't fit that many people in your bar to be able to put on a show and pay that drag queen what they usually get paid. So I saw on Facebook the other day that Miss Penny put on Facebook saying it's about time that the artist started supporting the venue. Like, so many drag queens have had X amount of money out of bars over the years. For now, if it was me, I would do it as well. I would say, do you know what? I'll come and work for you. Don't pay me my full fee. Give me, say, 3/4 or half the fee until we're back to normal.
And I think I absolutely agree. I think some of the drag kings and queens, I think they will look at that route to try and build up, especially the established, drag queens and kings that are established into different venues that are still open. So I think they, I'm sure they would sort of help out their venues and that. And, me and you are free. So if we,
Oh, that's it. Yes, baby.
Anyone out there want to, a little duo or something with each other, we're free.
We could do the Etta and Opal show.
Oh, yeah. As long as it's got a buffet in it, I don't care.
Well, we'll have to put it in the rider. Whenever they're on the thing, we need a buffet, including a meat platter.
Yeah, pay me in food. That's fine. I'm happy with that.
Well, you have the food. I'll have cash and vodka. No.
As I always say, though, Opal Fruits, one door closes and one door always opens. So you never know what will happen in the future. Minskis may come back, WoW may come back, something different may come back. So we just don't know at the moment.
That's it.
And we're both, like yourself and myself, we both are very gutted, and I know everyone else is, that Minskis and WoW, have had to come to this conclusion and shut their doors, but. There is always a light at the end of the tunnel, we say.
Well, let's hope so.
Yes, and I drink to that and to happy days. Where are we? Where's your drink?
Oh, hang on. This side.
That side, that's it. Chin, chin, love, chin, chin.
With the camera on here, it's reversed. So every time I go to point this way, it goes that way. And if I point that way, it goes this way.
I know, I go that way. I'm like that. Everything's all a little bit reversed. Right, let's have a look and just have a look, quick, see if we got any comments.
Go on then, Bill.
Let's have a look.
Have I had any hate mail yet? Because usually that happens.
Oh no, don't worry. No one will be nasty on here. That's for sure. I don't tolerate that. I don't even tolerate it on other people's live feed. And I was watching some little young lad who's I guess he's just come out and done a little. He's just becoming a drag queen. You know, and like all of us, we all started somewhere. You know, you started somewhere. I started somewhere. And, you know, a lot of people were very, very nasty to him on his live feed. And I was thinking, no, hold on a minute, because you all had to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't, you know, people that were there was even some established drag queens that popped up and were saying some things as well. And I was like, oh, that's not very nice. You know, it's all about encouragement. Encourage these people, encourage people to do things a little bit different. And if anyone wants to give any advice, then please message us, you know, especially me. I'm new to all this, you know.
Looking good for you, though, girl.
Oh, thank you. It's all, mind you, I think the last 13 weeks it's really given me a little bit of a practice as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think it's given a little bit of a practice. So it's given me a bit of an insight of where I'm going, what I want to do with Etta and things like that. So
you could be on the ITV. You could be on ITV soon, hosting.
Oh,
get rid of the rain. Get rid of the rain. Let's have Etta.
Oh. I'll be on Good Morning Britain with what's his name, Piers Morgan. I'll show him a thing or two. That's for sure. Oh dear. Right, let's just have a little look and see if we've got any little questions here. And we've got Mandy. She's saying good evening. Gabby Williams. Hey, I'm with Dr. D. Oh, she's with Donovan, is she? Okay,
I will now.
Let's have a look and see. James Hacker watching. Dixie Norm is watching as well. Hello there, love. Right, so another question then, my darling. Who is your favourite drag queen? It doesn't need to be in Cardiff either. It could be anywhere in the world. Who is your favourite drag queen? Or king, doesn't matter.
That is so difficult. My favourite drag king is... Oh, I've forgotten the name. Completely forgotten the name. Oh, you put me on the spot now, haven't you? The drag king that goes to the Golden all the time.
Gail, who's that drag king that goes to the Golden a lot? He's got his
looks like a pirate in his promo photos.
Is he in camouflage trousers?
He's sometimes in camouflage trousers. Yes. Yeah. What's his name? Well, you're useless, Gail, so there we go. I know who you mean, though. I've forgotten his name.
Oh, I've completely forgotten the name. But every time he's in the Golden, it's absolutely amazing. And the show is incredible. It's different every time. You know, like some drag queens go and they sing, like they add one new song into the repertoire. This, every time they go there, the name was on the tip of my tongue then. No, it's gone. Louis Cypher. That's it. Louis Cypher.
That's it.
Every time the show there is amazing. And also my other favourite drag king is Adam All. Adam All is, we had Adam in the Kings a few times, and we've had Adam at Pride. Just completely outstanding. The show is always different. There's props and everything. So I say they were my two favourite. I know you asked for one, but they're my two.
Oh no, that's all right.
Kings. But my favourite drag queen, overall, I think, is Lily Savage. It is just incredible. But if you were asking me my favourite one working now, so difficult to choose. There's so many good things about lots of different people. But I think my favourite is Drag With No Name. Phenomenal.
Yes, She is absolutely my favourite as well of all time. You know, she's comical. She's very, very, and I absolutely adore her. You know,
I've been watching her live since on Friday. She does a live, but I watched them on a Saturday morning, and literally on Saturday laughing so hard. And now she's got Delilah and stuff like that. It's so funny.
It's fab, isn't it? Oh, I do love her. I do love her. So, what about Cardiff then? Who is your? I'm going to put you on the spot now. Who's your favourite drag queen in Cardiff? See, I can't say who my. Oh wow, I've got like 5 or 6 different favourites. Do you know what I mean? So it's really hard for me to say I've got one favourite. Miss Kitty will always be my, because she's my drag mother.
Yeah.
But then, I've got Mary Golds. There's so many on the scene that I can't really say
Yeah.
I think I have a favourite drag queen in every single venue. That's right. Yeah. That's how I put it.
I think I could say it. My favourite drag queen, it probably upset some people. My favourite drag queen in Cardiff is Miss Kitty. She, even though the songs are all from 1918 or whatever, she'll kill me for saying that. It's just Kitty, isn't it? She could literally walk on stage and take a dump, and everyone would just love it. It's Kitty. But I really admire all the Cardiff queens. They do a lot. Everyone is different. Like working in Minskies, I was the one that booked all the acts. So every week, every month we have acts, whatever, and it was down to me to book them in and on what dates, etc. And one person who I love booking in was Jolene, because Jolene always brought new material. Every week she came in, she'd bring in a USB stick and go, "There you are, love. There's some new songs on there." And it was always something from the charts. So when you've got on, say, a Friday night, you've got a room full of students or younger people, to do then a younger song from the charts, they can relate to it more. And I think that's really good. Jolene is really switched on to how to adapt herself to different crowds. But literally all of them: Marcia, Amber, Mary, Joanna, Dixie. I love drag in general. I've always loved drag. And I think it is difficult to pick your favourites, but if I had to pick one, it would be Miss Kitty.
Yeah, and it's the same with me. People have asked me the same question. I'm like, oh wow, Miss Kitty is my drag mother. She sort of, encouraged me a little bit to do this. I do have 2 drag mothers. I've got a drag mother in Swindon, which is Miss Bridie. So it's given me encouragement for them to say, well, look, do it this way, do that, maybe do this, do that. So it is very nice. But like you said, there's so many fantastic, drag kings and queens on the circuit here in Cardiff.
Yeah.
It's absolutely brilliant. And I think we are probably the only ones in the city that I know that have got that sort of great entertainment wherever you go. You go to Golden, Mary's, it was Minski's, it was Wow. There was always that great of entertainment, in
that's it. And it's a shame. It's a shame now that the scene is getting smaller. Obviously, with Minski's and Wow closing, hopefully they open. But with them closing, and to a degree, sort of Pulse and Kings going from a gay venue turning into relatively a straight venue, just gay friendly, and putting the drag on every now and then. So I know they did the Sundays, but that's obviously because the original Wow closed and they brought it over. But originally, sort of, when I worked in Pulse and Kings, it was a case of there was a drag queen there and it was in your face. Now it's kind of like spot the gay person in there. So it's a shame the scene is getting very smaller and smaller. Because I think it needs that variety. Like you've got, if you want to go to the Eagle, you've got what they do there. You've got the Golden. You've got Mary's now. There's nowhere else really you can go for that full experience, if you know what I mean.
Well, do you know what? I just think we'd just pop up a tent somewhere, love, and we'd just do a little show outside. Perfect.
Oh, why not? Let's get a couple of gazebos, cable.
That's it. Yeah, we'll do a couple of shows outside. Everybody can social distance because we don't know what's going on at the moment, do we? It's all a bit sort of like,
rules.
Are we social distance? Are we not? It's all a bit.
Well, it's difficult, isn't it, with like the whole fact that England are doing their own thing and Wales are doing their own thing as well. Because every time you see on BBC News, 4th of July, pubs are reopening. You think, oh, lovely, I can go for a pint. And then you go, oh, only in England. But I tell you now, it's my birthday on the 5th of August. And if there's not a pub open, I will make sure there is a pub open for my birthday.
Oh, absolutely. We've got to. You've got, it's...
You're only 28 once.
That's it. And how old?
How rude.
How old?
28?
No.
Well, that's what it says on my grinder anyway.
I pop that down to I pop that down to 22, love.
Well, there was one. It was this is a true story. So I put my age once as 25 on Grindr, and my brother. Obviously, if people don't know, I've got a twin brother, and he had his real age on there, and someone messaged him going, "Why is your twin brother 25 but you're 30?" So since then, I've had to change it, but I do change it back if I go on holiday. Like when I went to Orlando, I did change it to 25. And I got away with it.
See, I would never have put you at 28, love. No, not at all.
I'm 31, thank you.
Oh.
Thank you for that. I'll be 32 in August, not that I'm shouting about it.
No, I would never put you at that age, my darling. No.
Right.
You must have had a very good paper round when you were younger.
No, love, it's all the spunk on the face.
I suppose you spent a lot of time in Butte Park.
Do you know what? I've never had to go there, thank you.
Oh, I went there last night, love. Oh, you should have seen them all. They were all in those bushes. Wait and see my news on Sunday. Oh, well, believe me.
A couple of more of these, though, but I might be off.
Oh, so you said that Mary Goals really got you into drag.
Mm-hmm.
So would you really class as Mary Goals as your drag mother then?
I would, because that makes Dr. Bev my great drag grandmother. So yes.
Oh, so it's Mary who got you into drag all along, really, and that was really down to you doing something a little bit of Mary's and doing bingo. Is that right? You're doing?
Yes, yeah, it was. So yeah, just started off on the pop this on and go down and say hello to a couple of people. And then it turned into this.
Fab.
I know.
So do you enjoy it?
I love it.
Yes.
I love in Minsky's. I love, or wherever it is, I just love going to speak to people. Because I find as Opal, I can say stuff that I wouldn't as Gavin.
Yes.
So like I could walk in a room as Opal with a microphone and go, "You are stunning." But then I couldn't walk in a room as Gavin and go, "I think you're attractive." I could never do that. The confidence is not there, if you know what I mean. I think it gives that aura that you can just do what you want. Not what you want, obviously within reason. Can't go up and say, "Get your cock out."
Why not? I would.
Well, I used to play a game in Minsky's. We used to give away free shots if you do certain things. And the last one was always, if you get your cock out, you get the rest of the tray of shots. That was a nice couple of nights we had with that, dear. Get that camera on, love.
Get down in those toilets.
I couldn't do that in the toilets, darling. It's the dressing room, love. Come on.
Yes, in the dressing room, much better. So, have you had any sort of working in Minsky's? Have you ever had a relationship with anyone from Minsky's, or are you very much like work, pleasure, separate?
No, love, you know me, love. I'll go for anything these days. No, I've not had a relationship with anyone that's worked in Minsky's. I've taken some of the staff that used to work in Minsky's. I've taken them to the sauna because they were curious. Nothing happened between me and them, but we went to the sauna. The one boy, I asked to ask him to leave because we were sat in the jacuzzi. I don't know if you've ever been.
Oh, me, darling? Never. No, honestly, yeah, I've been, yes.
I know, because I've seen you.
Quiet.
So in the jacuzzi, we were sat in the jacuzzi, obviously having a little chat, having a lovely old time. And the guy in question used to work at the FS. So he was trying to sell people sofas in the jacuzzi. So we had to say to him, "Babe, you need to leave."
Mind you, It would have been fine. I would have probably come away with about half a dozen sofas. I wouldn't know where to put them, but was he good looking? That's the thing.
Oh, what?
Was he good looking? That's the thing.
Yeah, he was all right.
So you could have come away with about 3 or 4 sofas.
Well, I didn't want a sofa, love. I wanted a jacuzzi, darling.
Wow. Oh dear. Well, see, sometimes you get people have a relationship with people when they work together. And I've never had a relationship with anyone that I've worked with, so
No.
I don't always keep work and private life separate, I find it easier like that. So
well, yeah, it's easy. Like I had one when I was working at Pulse and Kings as Opal. I had one, the guy that I was with at the time, I found it very awkward because he was very jealous. If I said to a guy, "Oh, you're really good looking," as Opal across a microphone, it might be that I think he's good looking, but it might just be the fact that he's the ugliest guy in the room, and I've just called him good looking, just as a joke type of thing. And it was like, if that person was in the room, they'd be like, "Oh, you just called that person good looking," and it was difficult for that person to understand that is my job.
Yes,
I do a job. This is not me. I put this on to earn some money, but I don't sit in the house in this. Well, I am now, but
we all are. We all are.
I don't. This is not This is not me. This is a character of me. But this is what I do to earn money.
Yes, that's it.
And I think it's very difficult for people who meet drag queens to start dating or whatever. It's very difficult for them to grasp the fact that Opal is a character and Gavin is the person.
Yes, yeah. Do you find like Opal Fruits and Gavin, do they cross over sometimes?
All the time. Like during lockdown and stuff, we do Zooms and we do quizzes. I'm fed up of fucking quizzes, mind. But we do a Zoom on a Wednesday after my bingo. So after I do bingo, have a couple of drinks, then we all go on Zoom as a group of friends. And then on a Friday, then we go on Zoom and do a quiz as a group of friends. And I say something and they go, "Oh, here's Opal. Here's Opal." And it's just some things that you say. They're like, "Oh, there she is."
Coming out.
I think it's difficult though, because I think with drag, lots of drag queens, a part of their character is a little part of their personality. Yes. They're just using that personality and extending it more to make it a greater character. So I do think that a part of Opal is something that Gavin would say, but usually wouldn't, because there's not that platform to say it.
Yes, yeah. No, I understand.
So I think that.
Do you get people like they call you April when you're April, but when you're Gavin, do they still call you April? I'm getting called Etta still when I'm not in drag, and I think, well, it's not here, love. Etta's like in the suitcase upstairs. I get called with like close friends and stuff, or if I go out, they're like, "Hi, Ropes," and I'm like, "Yeah, and I quite like it because I think they're accepting Opal. They're also accepting Gavin. Yes,
and I think that's quite nice. Like every time I see Kit, I always call Kit. Hiya, Kit, love you, right?
Yes,
every time I see Mary, it's always Mary. Every time, like, they're all saved in my phone and they're all under their drag names.
Same here. Yeah, I've got Kitty under Kitty. I've got Marcia under Marcia.
So, but there is, so I quite like that. It's because it's like, it's just quite nice, isn't it, really?
Yeah. And it doesn't bother me. It's just like, my friends, I've got all sorts of names really, what they call me.
But friends?
Yeah, I've got a couple.
Shocked.
I've got a couple, Got a couple. You've got to have a couple, haven't you, really? I know you said you really like people. You're enjoying a lockdown, really.
Well, it's nice though, isn't it? I like people. I like going out. I like socializing. But I like coming home and shutting the door and just being on my own.
Yes. I like that sometimes. I wish sometimes Gail would go upstairs and piss off upstairs and leave me alone sometimes.
Well, why don't you take her upstairs and tie her to the radiator, then she can't leave?
Oh, no, she'll think that's a bit kinky, love. She'll start thinking that's a bit kinky. I ain't doing that.
Oh, okay. Well, just send her my I'll tie her to the radiator. It's fine.
So tell us a little bit about your looser women that you've been doing.
Looser women. Right. So it originally started. Matthew, who's my brother, does the Pride Cymru show on Radio Cardiff and Bro Radio every Wednesday between 7 and 9. So that's all off the top of my head, that was. So he did it between 7 and 9. And he was trying to do to raise some money for Pride and also for the two radio stations, because they're community radio stations. So they're not funded in any way. The only way they stay on air is by making money through advertising, etc. So he came up with this idea that he was going to do his on-air marathon. So basically, he was going to present, I think he was on for 3 days in the end, constantly 3 days from start to finish, with him presenting and running all the equipment. And then there was guests and stuff coming in. And a part of it was, why don't we do a loose women? So it's, so we asked all the drag queens at that time, and the only people that replied were me, Dixie, Ruby, and Mary and Joanna. So it was the 5 of us, and we said, yeah, we'll do it. So Mary and Joanna went to see a concert or a comedian that night up in Bristol. So we were waiting for them to come back, and there was traffic, and so much traffic coming back from Bristol. So we were almost late going on. So we were all outside the studio. Where are they? Where are they? So finally they arrived. We went on air, and we asked people to text in and write in questions. And then Matthew came up with a couple of topics for us to talk about. And it literally was just, we just borrowed the formats from ITV's Loose Women. And literally that's all it was. It was a case of, let's do that on the radio. And it went quite well. So when lockdown started, I said, well, actually, the Golden have been doing some lives. And I've really enjoyed them. So I've been doing my bingo. I said, why don't we do our Loose Women live on live? And everyone went, oh, that's a really good idea. So the first time we did it on the Pride Cymru page, because at the time there was a campaign going that anytime someone donated any money to Pride, Virgin Money would match that fund.
Oh,
so
wow.
So we raised £300 on the first one. And we were on air for about an hour and a half just chatting absolute shit. But it was, people were replying with questions, and we were asking, and literally, like, someone would say, oh, what do you think of so-and-so? And then we talk about it, just like the show, where they can say, on the news, we're talking about this. Hang on. Sorry.
Oh, pardon me.
It's gassy. So we started doing that one, the week 1, then we did another one week 2, and then we did another one week 3, obviously with gaps in between. So I thought then, actually, why don't we look at making this bigger? Because at the moment, the Queens are on there. There's me from Minsky's. There's Mary and Joanna from the Golden. There's Ruby from the Golden, but other places, Mary's as well. And then Dixie from Minsky's and OMG's, etc., and all wherever she performs. So I said, why don't we liven this up? So I thought, let's ask a few other people. So obviously we invited yourself along.
I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. It's fantastic.
I'm looking forward to it. And then obviously tomorrow as well, we've got Jolene as well. So I think that'll give a complete different aspect to it. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how the dynamic works. Because obviously at the moment there's 5 of us on a screen and we just chat. I sort of host, like, it's a bit like you're doing now, asking me questions. Yes. So I'll say what the topic is, and then I'll say, oh, Mary, what do you think of this? Joanna, what do you think of that? And I'll pass it around so everyone gets a chance to speak, because it is quite nice. Then people comment saying, oh, what do you think of this? And the one week we started talking about old TV programs from back years ago. And literally the comments went absolutely crazy. There were so many people saying, oh my God, this program, oh my God, do you remember this? And then we were like, oh, and it just led the conversation on. And in the end, after like 2.5 hours, we had to say, right, we need to stop now. So I'll warn you now, get a couple of drinks in, because have a pee before we start tomorrow, because it might go on for like 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. I really am. I did actually watch the last one, I think, And I was watching Mary, and you were talking, and I think it was coming towards the end, and I think Mary was very much like, "It's time to go now." I didn't know that.
Because we don't set. We know we start at. Is it 9 o'clock? Yeah, we start at 9 o'clock. So we know we start at 9. But there's no set time to when we end.
Yes.
So if we wanted it to, if the conversation was flowing, we could go on till 1 o'clock. Oh. But it was just the Mary went, right, I think it's time to finish now. And we all went, yeah, no worries. And that was it then. It was because you notice then with the comments and stuff, it's people go, oh, let's talk about this. And then sometimes it starts going, people are like silly and they go, oh, will you talk about this? And you're like, no, we don't need to talk about that.
Yeah.
Because it's meant to be a light-hearted program. It's just a bit of fun. We're not there to talk about, like we've talked about the lockdown and things like that, but it's not there for us to talk about political movements or what's going on, marches, etc. We're not there for that. We're there just to give a bit of entertainment to people who are sat at home bored.
Yes,
that's what it's for. Because like people did ask if we would talk about the BLM movement and things like that. But I don't think that was the right platform for us to do it, because if I had said something that I felt was right, someone could take offence to that. Yes. And it's not. We're not there for that. We're there just to give people entertainment.
Yes, that's it. Exactly. It's all a little bit of light-hearted fun, isn't it? And
that's it. It's when it was 5 drag queens, it's now 7 drag queens getting pissed and just having a chat.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm so looking forward to it. That's tomorrow night, 9 o'clock on the Pride Cymru site. Is that right?
The Pride Cymru page.
Pride Cymru page. There we go. So if anybody wants to see it all.
My nails match my glass.
Oh, well, no, mine don't. Mine. It's the only thing I really found. I forgot to get lemonade today. So I was like, Gail, can I have one of your beers? So I'm actually drinking Heineken beer.
Oh, she's butch.
Oh, very butch at the moment.
I'm on the old, no advertising, but I'm on the old Smirnoff and glass bottled Diet Coke.
Do you know, I actually prefer glass bottled Coke.
I do as well, but the only reason I'm drinking, if it came down to it, I'd have a normal, like, 2-litre bottle and pour it in. The only reason I'm drinking the glass bottles is my day job is me and my dad, we run a pub.
Okay.
In Canton, the Butcher's Arms. Yes, we're reopening soon. So we bought, before lockdown, in January, Brains had a deal that if you bought 3 cases of Coke, you get 2 cases free or whatever. So we were like, well, let's just buy loads. Obviously, we didn't know the lockdown was coming, so we bought loads.
Yeah.
So our cellar literally is full, and I've still got about another 12 crates of Diet Coke bottles. So they're all going off by the end of July.
Oh, wow.
So I literally am just drinking them. And I've started Slimming World as well, so.
Slimming World? No. Don't need to do all that now.
The only thing I've gained during lockdown is these chins. Well, I know I had chins before, and I've booked a holiday as well. I say I booked a holiday. A friend of mine has booked a holiday for me.
Oh, where are you going?
Well, hopefully in September, I'm going to Morocco. No reaction? Oh, lovely.
Oh, sorry, love. You're going to Morocco?
Morocco.
Oh!
However, obviously, in Morocco, you're not allowed to be gay. So I said, well, it'd be nice. I'll fit in. It's fine. But then I wanted a T-shirt. Do you know Joel Lycett, the comedian?
Yes.
His catchphrase is, "You okay, hun?" I wanted that on a T-shirt. And they told me I couldn't take that with me because I don't think it would fit in. So I've decided, I don't know if you know, but I've started a printing business.
Yes, I was going to ask you a little bit about that in a moment.
You come on to it in a bit. But so I've started the business. So I've printed myself today a tote bag. So when I go down to the pool or the beach, I can put my everything in it, me lotions, me potions, me phone, me wallet, all that type of thing. And it says in it, "You okay, hun?"
I love it. Yeah. Oh, dear. I got a question here from James Hacker.
Oh, is he good?
If you don't know James Hacker, he's actually one of my best friends.
Is he good looking?
He is very good looking.
Then I'll have the question.
Yeah. He's put Opal Fruits. How supportive have your friends and family been towards you being a drag queen?
Oh, do you know what? They have been really supportive. At the start, I was like, do I do it? Do I not? they've been very supportive. Like I do the bingo on a Wednesday. Hang on. Sorry. So on a Wednesday, I do the bingo. My mum plays every Wednesday.
Okay.
And afterwards, I get a message off my mum saying, "Oh my God, I'm so proud of what you've done again tonight." And it melts my heart. It's like, thank you so much, because that's the validation that I need. Like my dad lets me do Opal in the pub downstairs. We've had nights here. We've had Wyburn and Wayne come and host karaoke here with me. For charity, we raised, I think it was like just under £1,000. Basically, we said to the customers, if you raise £500, we'll get my dad in drag, and he'll come down and he'll sing 3 songs. And literally, oh, sorry, my phone's ringing. We literally had just under £1,000, and he came down. I did his makeup, so he wore my. Have you seen my pink candy floss wig?
Yes, yeah.
So he wore that. He wore my black and rainbow dress. He wore that, and he literally came downstairs and sang 3 songs and did a bit of patter, and everyone was like, "Oh my God, that is Opal in like 20 years."
Oh.
I said, is whoever did his makeup, say like you did his makeup, he'd look like you because that's your style.
Yeah.
So I said, why he looks like me, but in all fairness, it was amazing. And for a little pub in Canton, is really nice because they're supporting me. We're also supporting the community because we're raising money for charity. But there's no. You would think like a straight man's pub, they wouldn't want that type of thing here. Like we've had Miss Kitty perform downstairs. We've put a stage in. Miss Kitty come in because Pixie Perez was meant to do it, but she had the shit, so she couldn't do it. With Kitty, we ran Kitty, and Kitty literally got here, and the whole place. Like downstairs, you could probably fit about 70 people comfortably. There was like 90 people in here. We had two rugby teams in here, and they loved it. But that's all because my dad supports what we do, and he supports like Pride and things like that. He supports me, so I think it's actually amazing. Are you all right, darling?
Yeah, Alexa just went off and she just told me something. I'm not really sure what she said.
Oh, this Alexa thing, I don't like it. I went on Zoom the other day. I left the room to go and get another drink. I come back. My light in my bedroom was flashing colours. My lamp was on, and my Alexa was actually playing Sex Bomb.
Oh.
What happened is I left Zoom open. I said, "Oh, you're back now." I went out, and they were all like, "Play it, do this." I'm in my room. It's all Alexis.
I could just be sat on the sofa, and all of a sudden she'd just start talking to me, and I'm like, "What? I'm like, what's going on? What's that?"
Oh, I'm just pleased with the conversation these days.
I know. What are you missing in lockdown? I know you said you're not really, a people's person, but what are you missing in lockdown?
I'm actually missing going to the pub and seeing people that you they're friends, but they're not friends, if you know what I mean.
Acquaintances.
Yeah. So like for example, like I've got my like really close friends who I speak to on the phone most days. We text. Yeah. Like when you go to like the Golden or you go into Wow, there's someone at the bar you haven't seen for a few months or you haven't spoken to, and it's nice to see that person and catch up and go, how have you been? What have you been up to? How are the family and all that type of thing. I miss that. I miss seeing seeing those people. I miss seeing friends in general. Like it's all well and good seeing someone over a camera, but
it's not the same in person, is it?
Not the same seeing them in person. So that's one thing that I'm missing.
Did you miss McDonald's or anything like that? Oh, I miss Greg's. Oh God, Greg's. I was there at their door as soon as I knew they were open. I was like that.
Were you really?
I was there. I was there by about 9:30, 10 o'clock.
So I for a fat person, I only have Greg's every now and then. Is it like a little treat for me? Hello, hang on. I'm on live.
Hello.
It's my father.
Hello.
Father.
I only won the quiz, didn't I?
You haven't won the. Sorry, hang on. He's won a quiz. He's won a quiz.
Oh,
Do you mind if I carry on? Is that all right?
You carry on.
I carry on. So, Why is there a pigeon in the corner? There's a pigeon in your wig. Oh, it's gone now.
Oh, that will probably be Gail because he's sat at Donovan's social distancing. But we've made this like little bubble between us because I know England are doing it, but I just think, well, I think a lot of people are starting to do it down here anyway. So we've sort of said that, you know, as long as social distancing is in, you know, and then washing hands and all that. So I can't see the problem. Yeah. But anyway, so yes, Gail has probably been with them and they're putting a blooming thing on my head. So.
I forgot the question again.
So have I actually. What were we talking about?
Something about something.
Your dad won the quiz. That's what I was sort of like. What did he win though? What did he win?
Nothing. It's just
we get that pigeon off my head before someone gets a slap. Thank you.
No, we started off doing a family quiz. It was like between 4 or 5 of us, and then they invited the whole family on Zoom. So it was like there was like 20 odd people on there, and it just got a bit car crashy. So Dad hasn't done it for a while, but it's Dad's birthday today, so he's
happy birthday
gone now. But I'll tell him later. So Dad went on today. You don't win anything. If you win the quiz, you get the privilege of writing the quiz for the next time.
Oh, fab.
So after I've done these quizzes a few times now, and on a Friday I do a quiz. So I've been doing it, and I've won a couple, and I've got my turn to do a quiz. Now,
sorry, just one moment. Alexa, stop it.
Is someone playing around?
Gail is probably playing around, and Gail will not be getting in the house when she comes back this evening, and she will find her clothes out on the front door, along with the dog, and along with the rest of the wardrobe, to be honest with you. Anyway, sorry there, Opal, first. I do apologise.
All right, darling, that's all right. I forgot. What was it? Oh, I don't know what these days. The memory's gone.
You were doing you write the quiz. So whoever wins the quiz,
we win the quiz. After 3 times we win the quiz, I was like, "Fuck this, I'm out." So now I purposely do bad just to make sure I don't do it. Oh, do you know? It's like I'm all. So we started doing now different things. Going right. So we've done the quiz. What can we do? So the other day I did family fortune. So I made a PowerPoint presentation. You push all the buttons, and all like it goes bing, 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 and stuff like that. I got a template offline. So we did that, and then we've done catchphrase and things like that. We also did the other day, and this is amazing. Macmillan Cancer Charity are offering people to do a murder mystery night online.
Oh,
Etta is awesome. So basically, you register, they send you the script, and then all you've got to do is like donate some money. I donated, but you don't have to if you don't want to. But they send you the script for I think it's 7 or 8 people.
Oh, that sounds fab.
Oh, Etta, it was so good. There's a TV remote there now.
I'll tell you about the remote control in a moment.
You haven't sat on it, have you?
No, but it will be going around someone's head if they don't stop it.
So we were so that it was awesome because you get the script. So there was me, Donna Marie, Nigel, Alicia from Sweet Treats, my brother, Nico, Dixie. There was a load of us. Ruby Slippers was there, and we all had a script each to do this murder mystery night to work out who it was that was the who killed whoever it was. So it's something I've always wanted to do, like go into an actual one, but it was so good, and we all really enjoyed it. So he said now, as soon as everything reopens next year, we'll probably go and hang on. Sorry, we're going to another one. Matthew's just reminded me what we were talking about.
Oh yes, go.
We were talking about Greg's.
That's it. Yes. So
how did we forget?
I know. It's because I think I got too excited because your dad came in and he said he won the quiz. So I think I got a bit too excited. Yes, Greg. So I went there about 9:30. I think they've been open about an hour or so, and I went in and there weren't really a big queue. I was quite excited. I was 11 weeks, I think it was 11, 12 weeks with no Greg's.
Yeah.
Oh, shocking.
See, now I go to Iceland, and in Iceland they sell the frozen ones.
Now, someone did tell me this, and I did try them, but see, it just didn't seem right to me.
And I've worked out why. Why does it seem right to you? Because it was in the bag. They are exactly the same product. The only thing with Greggs is they get theirs delivered fresh. So if you get it from Iceland, my top tip here, is to let it defrost and then cook it.
Oh, you see, I just put it in the oven, you see, and I was like...
And then it's exactly the same. However, when I went into Monday, all the shops reopened, me and Dad and my brother went into town for a little walk to see what was going on and what the situation was. And I said, I really need something to eat. So I stopped at the Greggs on the top of Chippy Lane or the Boulevard de Pontefract. So we stopped there and I went in, no queue, went in and ordered a few things. And the lady there gave me an extra couple of bags. So now in my kitchen, when I cook myself a Greggs, I can pop it into a bag.
There you go. You see, you're no. Oh, yeah, you see. Now you've done that just in case we have a second wave and they all close again. That's what you've done, isn't it?
Yes, love, yes.
Now you've been in town. So how do you feel? How do you feel about all these the yellow lines and all the?
No one sticks to it. No one sticks to it. Like we went in on Monday when the shops first reopened, Monday afternoon, and the only issue with it is if you want to go into a shop that's here, you've got to walk up the one-way street here, go all the way to the end of the top of town, and then come back round. There's no way.
There is, because they got little roundabouts.
Have they? I didn't see them.
So if you want it, so like today I went in.
Yeah.
And I'm very, you know, if I'm told to do something, I'll do it. So basically I was following the arrows, you know, as you go up, and I wanted to go over the other side. So I saw this little roundabout thing. So I was like, so you go round one side, wait and see if anyone comes around, and then cross over into the side. See?
Oh, well, that's a good idea. However, no one sticks to it at all. There was people, we were walking, people were going this way, they're going that way. And then it was ridiculously hot on Monday and I didn't know how hot it was. So I left the house with black skinny jeans on. By the time I got into town, I was like, I am baking. So I thought Primark's not open because that would be the first choice for a cheap pair of shorts. That's not open. So I know we'll go to Top Man. So we stood outside Top Man waiting to go in and some man just walked randomly straight past us and straight in. So the woman then said, excuse me, and he looked around and then carried on walking. So Matthew went to the woman, that's a shoplifter, that is, that's a shoplifter. So the woman was on the radio, we've got a shoplifter. So with that then, we went straight in upstairs, straight to the men's section, and at £18 later, I had a pair of jeans, a pair of shorts. However, the change room wasn't open. So I couldn't. I literally paid for them. Went, can I go and change into these? And they said, no, sorry, the change room is closed.
Yeah.
So the only reason I bought these is to put these on now. So in the end, we went into St David's 2. Excuse me. Went into St David's 2. The toilet there was closed. Sorry, not St David's 2. It's St David's now. Sorry, £1 million graphic change. I got told off before for tweeting at St David's 2, and it was sorry, it's St David's. So yes, we went to St David's. And the only toilet that was open was the one by the food court, even though the food court's not open because they're not serving food. But that's the only toilet that's open. So literally had to walk all the way through town, go into a toilet and change into some shorts. Wasn't glamorous at all.
No one's sticking to it. They all go wherever they want. There was me. I was shouting. I was raising my voice. They must have thought I was a lunatic. I was like, going the wrong way, going the wrong way. You know, they didn't care. They were just like oblivious to it. Do you know what I mean?
I lost my mind once. I was in Asda, and obviously they got these. You have to follow this sign. You have to follow that floor plan. And I was like, well, literally, the product I want is right on the end of this aisle. But to get to that product, I've got to go all the way down one aisle, round the corner, and come all the way down the other. So I thought, no one's on the aisle. I'll just slip in. And with that, as I did, some man who worked in Asda come up and was like, excuse me, you realise this is one way. So I was like, I wanted to say, yeah, I understand. But I went, oh, fucking hell. Everyone's a police officer these days, and just walked off. I was like, I only wanted one thing. There was no one else on the aisle. What's the difference?
The thing is, though, you queue up outside Asda or Tesco's like for nearly 2 hours, social distancing. Then you get in there, and it's free for all. No one looks at the arrows. No one looks for the exit signs.
Like I'm waiting for Penelope Pissed Up to turn up.
And anyone think I got the leggy because I'm like that. I'm like, wait, just stay there, stay. Do you think we'll ever get back to normal?
I think normal is never going to be normal. I honestly think this pandemic will never go away. It may go away for a short period, but then it'll pop its head up again during like winter and things like that. So I honestly don't think it'll go away completely. I think it'll be here. I think over time restrictions will ease, like the 1 meter or the 2 meter or the 1 meter, whatever it is at that time. I think that'll disappear and pubs will start be going back to normal, and I think it'll all flare up again.
Yes. Yeah.
So
I think it's just all like hygiene, washing hands, sanitizing hands when you walk into places. I think as long as people are doing that, it's and people going to the toilet, washing hands. Plenty of people I've seen come out of those toilets, and I'm like, "Have you washed your hands, darling?" And they look at me to say, "Have you been watching me?"
Yes, I have.
Oh yes,
Oh, by the way, hello.
Oh dear. Let's have a look and see if we've got any other questions on here. Any of the audience. Donovan has just said, sorry, Etta, Gary is playing around. Gary will not be playing around. He will be doing his told when he gets in.
Haven't explained you haven't explained. Oh, sorry.
Oh, the remote control.
Hang on 2 seconds. Sorry. Owen and Nico are saying hello. I've started a watch party, so people are commenting that, but obviously it's not coming on this. So
okay.
Hello to Nico and to Owen who are watching.
Hello, Nico. Hello, Owen. Hope you're both well. Oh, bless them. I absolutely do miss Owen. I miss all the Minskies team because I used to pop in. I used to always do the circuit. I used to go Gold and Mary's, Minskies, Kings. Walking
into Minsky's, I go like, oh wow, quiet again instead of she's in here. I'm joking. I didn't.
To be honest with you, I just never worked. To be honest,
neither did I. It's just sound like get pissed and get paid. It's fucking lovely. Say hello to a couple of people. Call her a slag. Lovely.
Yeah, that's it.
Minsky's, Owen every week. Owen used to knock on literally bang the dressing room door, open it and go, are you ready yet? And I'd be like, I'm ready when I'm fucking ready. And then he shut the door. But because they always, you're never on time. So twice I was on time. I was like, right, where's the customers? I'm ready. Come on. But yeah, that's the one thing. I mean, I'm gonna miss working with Owen, with Tim and Babs, and all the Queen Zeminskis because it's such a phenomenal place. And every time you mention it to someone, they go, oh my God, I haven't been there for years. And I think that's the problem with it. People hold it in such high regard, but they haven't been there for years. And I think that's the issue is Minsky's was an amazing venue. For what they did, they had live cabaret. Right, there's the remote again. So they had live cabaret every Friday and Saturday with top drag queens putting on a show. And it is now a shame that it's gone. Hopefully we'll reopen and find what's going on.
Yeah, that's it. And I think there will be opportunities going forward, for different things to come back or, for something new to come back. We just don't know at the moment, and I just think it's we're going through, pardon me. We're going through a little bit of a hard time. And I've always said, like I said at the beginning, one door closes, one door opens.
I agree. Now, hopefully, I've spoken to Cardiff Council, and they're looking to see if they can find a venue, etc., to see what's going on. I don't think anything will get sorted, and the same with WoW. I know you're looking for another venue, but I don't think anything will get sorted until this pandemic is gone, or at least died down, to see what's available. Because you never know, a business might go bust this week. They might reopen next week, and I think that's a difficulty in it.
And like today, I walked through town, and I was actually a bit disheartened with quite a few empty shops that I've noticed. USC is gone. I was quite surprised that's not there no more. And there was a couple of other shops I walked past, and I was thinking, well, that's not there no more. So I think, yes, as things come back, I think some sort of, like you said, some things won't.
There's lots of things going. Like Frankie and Benny's is gone during the lockdown. Well, they're not gone. They're only keeping. I think there's one restaurant in South Wales that are keeping open. And that's the one in St David's. The rest of theirs have gone. Debenhams have announced they're not they're going to reopen stores, but they're closing eventually. So I think it has hit a lot of businesses really hard. But what I would urge is anyone who's watching, is support your local venues, because your local venues, they are not like, for example, Mary's is at Stonegate venues. They got millions of pounds. If you don't go in there 1 week, it's not going to matter a great deal. However, I would say still support them. But people like the Golden, people like the Wow and the Minskys, I always call them the Wow, the Minskys.
Yeah.
They're all independent venues, and they will only survive if you support them. And then when one venue disappears, like, I'm not trying to cause shade or anything, but like looking at all the posts yesterday on people going, "Oh my God, I can't believe Wow's gone." If those people had come and bought at least one drink a week or 2 drinks every month or whatever in your venue, then it probably wouldn't have disappeared. And, and that's my argument with it. If more people supported the venues, then people would come in and the venue would still be there.
Yes, and I absolutely agree with you. And it's your smaller individual, your bars that people do need to, even more now, to go out, and they need to support them. Like you said, yes, there's a lot of comments that, oh, I'm really sorry that Mince's is gone and Wow's gone. But when you look at it, and I think when you look at them, and I think, well, I've never seen you in there. That's
the thing. Like, obviously, on the Wow, on the Minsky's page, I'm the one that put all the statements up and everything, in what you put on there, and then seeing the comments, I'm like, looking at that person going, you haven't been there for a year, you haven't been there for over 2 years, so you can't say you're so sorry it's gone, because you would have been there before then. But that's not to say they're not a big fan of the venue, because they still might like and share and send other people your way. But my point is, people need to support more than ever now the local venues. Don't go to your chains. Don't go to your Slug and Lettuce. Don't go to your Weatherspoons. They've got enough money.
Yes.
We need to be going now. We need to be going. We need to be sticking by Golden, Eagle. They're on their own. They're an independent venue. We need to be sticking by all our venues. If we do not, the Gating in Cardiff is going to be shit.
Yes. I absolutely agree. There, darling. I think we need to have a little chin drink to that, love.
No, which way am I? This way.
There we go. Chin. There we go, darling.
Cheers. There we are.
Oh no, definitely. I think things will change, and things will. Hopefully they will all get a little bit better, and but support all your venues.
That's the main thing now. Is in, I reckon, 3 weeks' time, all these bars are going to start to be reopening, and people are going to be scared about going out and going back to a pub. And I would say that if a pub is reopening, they are going to do their utmost to make sure it's clean and sterile for you to go in. Yes. So if you want to go out, please go out and support the venues, because otherwise, if you don't, they're not going to be there much longer.
No.
So I know people are scared about, I might catch COVID, but these places they're going to be sterile. They can't open unless they're COVID secure.
And like I said, as long as everyone's sticking to sanitizing and washing their hands and, keeping that little bit of a meter distance, if that's what it's going to be when we get back to, the pubs opening and things like that, I think then things will be okay,
I hope they do. Can I just say hello to Wayne Courtney, who's watching on my watch party?
Oh, hello, Wayne Courtney.
Hiya, darling. You didn't text me back.
Oh, so we need to know, or
no, I was meant to go for a walk yesterday with up onto Roath Park, like social distance walk between me and him, but he didn't tell me what time. It's all right, darling. We'll go tomorrow.
Really?
We'll go. She's very busy, darling. She's very busy.
I know, you're very big. Can't do it tomorrow night because she's doing a loose women talk with us, so can't do that.
Bingo first, though, darling. Always bingo first.
Oh, bingo first. Then you got your talk time. That's it. Bingo first.
Yes.
That's it. Wow, we are coming towards the end of our little talk time, my darling.
Okay.
You've been absolutely fantastic. I've always, ever since I've met you, Opal Fruits, you've always been fantastic. You've always made me feel welcome and my friends welcome when we come to Minsky's. And, even when we were doing the competition and I started out with Kitty, you've been absolutely fantastic supporting us as wow and, all the different events as well. So if this picture comes on my head one more time. Right. So just before I go, the remote control. So I was sat here the other night, me, Gary, and Donovan was social distancing, and little drink, and Gail was annoying me. So literally, I she tried to pinch me and all sorts. So I just got the remote control, the Sky remote control, and I just hit her over the head with it. She's got a little bruise, I think, just there. I think now.
Oh, you should have got the old iron out and done a little mow.
Wow, she's luckily I didn't get my high heels out and hit her over the head. Do you know what I mean? She'll have one of the shoes hanging out of her head,
I can imagine. Before we go, though, I just want to say, don't forget, my bingo is available tomorrow. It's £5 a ticket, and you can play for all the cash. All you need to do is go to opalfruitsdrag.co.uk to buy a ticket. Also, I've got a new printing business selling merchandise for all the drag queens.
Yes, now we were going to have a quick chat about this, weren't we? Let's have a little quick chat now. So, this new little business that you've got is merchandise for all the drag kings and queens. Tell me a little bit how you got into that and what made you think of doing that.
So, I had some money and I was like, what do I do? I spend it? Do I go and buy vodka or do I try and do something decent with it? So I basically said, right, let's see what I can do. So I bought a printer and a mug press and other bits and pieces, and thought, do you know what, I could do this. And me and Dixie were having the conversation that she wanted to sell merchandise, but all the companies online, if you sell like a t-shirt through T-Mill or something like that, they charge you for each t-shirt, and you probably get about £2 back for every t-shirt you sell.
Okay.
So I said, well, actually, I can do that and do it cheap, sell the t-shirts cheaper, but also give more money to the person whose product it is. So so far, I've got. We started with Dixie, then I added Pixie Perez, then we've got. There's.
Are they coming for you?
No, the road I live on is the main thoroughfare up to the hospital. So I get ambulances all the time going up, and the windows are really thin here, so that's why. So we started off with Dixie, then we added Pixie. Sounds like a thing, that Pixie and Dixie, and then we added Dr. Bev. Dr. Bev come on board. Then we added Ruby Slippers. And I've got a couple of others coming on board in the next couple of weeks. So I might speak to you, Etta, and see what we can do.
Yeah.
But basically, the way they look at it is it's keeping me going, because what I do is, the way that I run the business is, you don't have to, as the person, you don't got to pay anything into it. You just share the link. And if someone buys a t-shirt of yours or a phone case or whatever it is, I'll then take the money, produce it, post it out, and then you get paid a percentage of what that is. But that that percentage is bigger than what you would get with any other company.
Okay. Oh, fabulous.
So that's what I'm trying to do at the moment.
A little bit something, that you sort of come up to give you a little bit of extra money yourself as well in these hard times, and all
it's gone
to the drag queens.
It's gone crazy. It's gone crazy. Literally, like today, for example, I've been to the post office and I've sent 12 parcels today with orders, and that's that's from the last 2 days.
Fab.
So doing really well. But look, for any drag queen that's watching this, if you want merch, contact me, because we work on a design together. And I say it doesn't, because the one thing as a drag queen, money is not all drag queens have got a lot of money sat there waiting. Because what you don't want to do is you don't want to go out and buy 100 t-shirts, 100 mugs, and then not sell them, and you're stuck with them. So with me, what we do is we print it as it's ordered, and then send it out. So there's no wastage or anything, because it literally is someone orders a mug with your face on, it's printed that day or the next day and sent out.
Oh, fabulous. That's really good. Such a good idea. I think Donovan did put your link down there for the bingo tomorrow.
Love it. Well, if you want to play, if you don't want to play, it's fine. But we do it. We're live on the Minsky Show Bar page. We start at 7, but the game actually starts at 7:30. Opalfruitsdrive.co.uk. There it is again. For bingo tickets, they cost £5, and usually every week we give away about 150 quid.
Oh wow, fantastic! There you go. Get yourselves over and have a little bit of bingo, guys. Come on.
Cheers.
Support. It's been absolutely lovely talking to you tonight, and I'm very looking forward to Looser Women tomorrow with you.
Yes, babe, I'm looking forward to it as well. I think it's going to be. Interesting.
Yes, it will be. It will be, and I'm looking forward to it. You've been absolutely fantastic tonight, my darling. Thank you so much for coming along and giving us a little bit of a chit chat and a little bit of inside information of Opal Fruits as well, love.
Thank you, babe. Thanks for having me. We're
going to raise our glasses and wish us all luck. And I'm sure something will come back, and we never know what will happen.
Yes, let's hope that something will happen. If not, darling, I just need to sell a shitload of fucking mugs. You need to sell something, and then we'll just do it ourselves.
You'll just find me in View Park Clubs, £5, £10, £5 there.
If we go to 15 quid, then we'll make more money then.
Well, yeah, that is true. Yeah.
I would go down there, but then I've got to give a refund. So,
mind you, they'll take one look at me and think, "Oh no, I'll have a refund, please."
Well, I should charge by the pound, love. I'll get more.
I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Thank you so much for doing this. I love you. Take care.
Bye.
Bye all.